Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Lighting Your Sunshine, where we like to shine a light within and empower ourselves. So today I was coming in to do a reading and Mr. Monster already beat me to it, so he's got his own seat and he's actually quite rambunctious right now. And so I said, universe, what cards are we going to use? And they said, use the ones you've already got. So the ones that were already on my table. So we're going to use ones that were in this bag. So my friend gifted me this bag and I put my very special ones in it. But they're the Egypt themed ones, which I think is very interesting because Egypt, cats, they kind of go together. And then, so from there, we've got the Hermetic Tarot. And so I think that's also great because Thoth is the one who came up with the Hermeticism or whatever. And that's an Egyptian god. And then last but not least, that was on the table, that's a lie, there's a couple others, but they weren't chosen for this reading. We've got romance angel cards, which I don't feel drawn to these that often. But let's start it off. So, okay, so I did like a quick pre-shuffle just to kind of see. Mr. Monster, you're gonna wreck the chair. You're gonna wreck the chair. And we're gonna need to get a new one. Because that's what happened. We got new love coming. A new love or a new chair. Depends. We don't want kitty cat claws in our chairs. That's not nice. He's just jazzed up right now. All right. So, we got new love. And I kind of, so when I was shuffling them, I just kind of like peek one card just to see what I get. And I did get new love. So the fact that it came out again. All right, let's get a little centered here. Mr. Monster has to go off on his own. He's a little too jazzed up. Oh, this one wants to slide off. Okay, so we got the Blasted Tower with Lord of the Hosts of the Mighty. So big change coming for this new love. And then they're telling me to pull two of these. They're going to say put one there because there's a before. Let's just pull them first. I don't quite know how this is going to be playing out. So there's one. So we got Nefertiti with feminine power. She's going over there on the left. And then on the right, Mr. Monster. What are you doing over there? And on the right, we've got Osiris with rebirth. So we got Nefertiti, Osiris, and this one wants to come, and it says in the middle. And it is Nefertari with achievements. Was in reverse. So, what story is coming through? Mr. Monster, come here, come here, come here. Dino, Dino, Dino. All right. New love, Blasted Tower. I need to look at this tower and get a little bit more in depth. Okay. So, first thing I saw was this triangle. I guess Mr. Monster's not here, so he doesn't need to be in camera. First thing that came to it was the triangle. And I saw it as like pillar, achievement. Oh, achievement. Right. Why achievement for the triangle? I don't know why. That's just what it's saying. Because it's strength. Triangles are strong. And so that's what it's saying about achievement. And then I heard I tried, but it died. Triangle. I tried, but it died. And then so it got blasted. And then when I focused in on this, there's the one Kabbalah right there. And then there's the dark Kabbalah. There's which I only just kind of, I don't know much about the Kabbalah, but I started kind of looking into it. And I found out that there is, in fact, like the dark version of all the light version. I saw it on Instagram. And I can't remember which shaman it was that shared it. But that's interesting because I did do a little bit of looking into it because I was like, I don't know much about that stuff. But holy moly, are you shitting, Mr. Monster? Mr. Monster is the dark. I've got beauty and Mr. Monster. We got the feminine power, which is beauty. And then we've got rebirth. He's the biggest cuddly cat ever. All right. So I tried, but it died. And so something happened. Something got blown up. Something that has to do with the feminine power. Let's clarify the feminine power with Nefertiti. We got you deserve love. Something, let's clarify Osiris, which is interesting because I see Osiris as divine masculine, and we've got let go of control issues. So in this, it seems to be a masculine energy try to control things. The more and more that they tried to control it, the more and more they didn't let the feminine power evolve to, not evolve, blossom kind of. Didn't get to be engaged. And so it became more and more suppressed. And the more and more that it became suppressed, the more and more these achievements got taken advantage of. It's saying the one to clarify achievements is engagement. So since the feminine power didn't get to really be a part of this because it was being controlled or isolated or restricted, they didn't actually achieve whatever it was that was meant to be shared. They're bringing me to, I was watching a clip on YouTube Shorts, and it was talking about, I believe it was George Lucas, and he was talking about feminine power and how, I don't know how it came about because it was just a minute of talking, but it talked about how it was the feminine energies in Star Wars who were the true heroes. And then they're the ones who kind of led the resistance. They're the ones who found, you know, the masculine energies in most of the stories are off in their own world, in their ego. They're not trained enough. They don't see the further picture, those kind of things. But it's the feminine energy, like Princess Leia, who's always been like the responsible one, who kind of like leads things forward. And then so in it said to George Lucas that you need to have that feminine energy into what you're building. You can't just take a feminine energy and then slap a pair of pants on her, which the one person interpret as a blow to all the new superheroes, where they just put a feminine energy and make her act masculine, because it's not the masculine energy that the feminine brings. And so that's why it's saying let go of control issues, because that's not how the feminine loves. And this feminine energy is refined by you deserve love. And so that's the Empress. The Empress is the feminine energy, right? We've got the Empress and the Emperor. Emperor's control and conquer and those kind of things. But the Empress is like a passive energy. She receives. And so doesn't really work when you put on a pair of pants and have a feminine energy be the leader kind of thing, or conqueror type energy. But if she's not able to be open and in that receiving mode, right, and that's receiving insights from the universe, from their guides, that intuition, that right mother's intuition, things like that. And so I would like to clarify even more on these achievements in reverse. Because without the engagement, it's like, it's not saying, right, because everyone is a little bit different in their energy, right? You could be like a male, but have more feminine energy. You could be feminine and have more masculine energy. Energy is just that, but it's saying like, you need both of those within you, right? And you need to find that balance. So universe, is, okay, my first question, is this talking about an actual physical partnership outside of collective, or is this the feminine masculine within that needs to be balanced? I believe it's within is what they're referring to. And then what did I even hear? I heard, it didn't make sense to me. I heard it's true shop. It's true shop or something like that. And I heard true too kind of blur together. So it's kind of like, it's both is what the answer is. I just don't know how the words got to it. And I have a feeling, okay, this was to clarify that, but I believe that there is a goddess who sounds like that. And I think that's what they were trying to say, but I did not quite correctly hear. But I don't have time for that. If it's meant to be, it will come out. It's like, oh yeah, shoot. It's like the Isis form. It's one of Isis's forms. It's not Shishat, it's Shishop or something. I believe that's the energy. So that one is about, I did a reading where it was about Akashic Records. And the Akashic Records is your story. It's your book of life. And in it, you create your wishes, but it does manifest in the exterior as well. And so the thing that's blocking this was the Lord of Fire of World with the sun. The sun. So it was in reverse. And when I heard it, I heard the sun. Like, it almost said it in the sense of like henny penny. Like the sky is falling down, because this was in reverse. And so it's like saying that you didn't have, they showed me the Japanese sun. In the myth, her name starts with an A. I can't remember what the name is, but it's almost like her brother is chaos or darkness or the moon or something like that, and she's the sun. And because of being controlled, and that's what I get is more of like the Osiris was the brother energy, and Osiris is the brother of Isis, and the Shishop or whatever name that's coming through. And that had to do with the star Sirius. But anyways, she hides herself away because she thinks like, what can I do? Like, I'm not that special, but didn't realize that like her energy, she was the sun, and that the sun is the thing that has the greatest power to bring life and change. So I am seeing something about the masculine energy within trying to shut down the feminine energy. That the feminine energy is just too mushy, too weak, too vulnerable to something. And that's not true, because by this masculine energy controlling, it is not finding a nice blend, an enmeshment. There's not this engagement. It's not that feeling of whole. And so now the more and more you try to control something, the more kind of like mental it becomes. I'm picking up more on the mental realm or mental energy, and it becoming kind of obsessive. So let's pull some more Hermetic Tarot. That one wanted to come out. So that was the Chariot, and it says Lord of the Triumph of Light. And so again, in that Japanese, it's like Amaterasu or something like that. Anyways, when she comes back, like she goes into the cave and she hides herself away, but she needs to come back. And that's what I'm kind of getting from this Chariot. It's like the sun needs to come back. It needs to come back into alignment. And when it comes back into alignment, there's the Ten of Pentacles, the Lord of Wealth. So 10 of Pentacles is like that happy ending. So there's no achievements now, but it's just because the energy within has been stuck or stalled. There is this time for this rebirth with the Osiris energy. something needs to give, something needs to let go. And that thing to let go of is control in order for a rebirth to occur. And so to clarify, the rebirth is the Seven of Swords, which Seven of Swords is like lying and deception and being sneaky in reverse. So there's something being stolen. It was stolen, they say. Something about the feminine. The feminine, they thought that they could hide. Now they're showing again that open receiving energy, how they were receiving downloads from spirit, that that mother's intuition, that connection. They thought they could sever it and steal that and make them think that they didn't know what they were talking about. We will cut them from their source. We will take their thunder and their sun so that they cannot see. Right here she has something on her third eye, and look, there's sadness. It's like they've cut the ability to what I'm getting is to receive. They took and we made them believe that they weren't lovable anymore. We made them believe that what they're doing is wrong. And we took their power, because here's Nefertiti with feminine power. So Seven of Swords is the Lord of unstable effort. And so how do we give back the feminine power within us, right? Doesn't matter if you're male, masculine, or feminine. As I said, it's just energies. But how do we get back to our source, to our connection, to hearing the words that empower us so that we could have this Ten of Pentacles moment? First off, I want to know how to get back. That's that one. And then I want to know, what is this Ten of Pentacles? I'm hearing, okay. Okay, so I was like, how do you get back? And oh, I wish I said it, but I didn't say it. But now I see this. I heard blast from the past. And the only reason why I heard that was because of this blasted tower. And then past life relationship came out. And then it's like, what is this Ten of Pentacles? Was we got children with finances and career. So with the feminine, there was a point on her journey, on her path, where she was connected and going forward. But there is a thing where somebody came and told us that we didn't know what was best for us. And so they decided to try and alter the plan or destiny. So how do you get back? There is a little bit of rewinding need to be done. And a little bit of, right, so now we go back to Osiris with this rebirth. Because of this past life relationship, this thing in the past, relationships could be anyone. It could be romantic love. It could be with your parents. It could be with a friend. It could be platonic. Whatever relationship is in the past, it hindered you from believing that you deserve love. It made you feel powerless. And by staying powerless, it kept you stuck, stalled, and stagnant. But the more and more as time goes on, now we have the Chariot. The Chariot is ready to, it's almost like everything's crumbling. And so this Chariot's coming in no matter what. And it says it doesn't even matter if you believe that you're worthy or deserving of love, because you are. You just are, and you deserve to be treated with respect and to have all your inner childhood dreams and wishes fulfilled, as well as feel safe and secure in life. You should wake up every day and be empowered. So if you're not in that energy, it's saying it's best to go back and rewind. We don't want to dwell on the past. We don't want to keep thinking about that. But usually something happens when we're a kid. and it alters our path. It alters our mental state, because mental keeps kind of coming through on most of this. Not so much heart center, but more mental. And it's like a belief. And that belief sprouted from there. That's where the root of it is. And then because of that, it grew and grew. Then you met this person. And then that person helped you grow and grow. Then you met this person, to this situation, to this. And it just keeps growing and connecting and moving. And, so it's like this energetic cord that you have to go within on yourself, back to the beginning. We don't want you to dwell on the past and point fingers and be like, he did this and that's not right. But there is a need to look at it with clarity, because once you see that, I think there might be a little bit of enragement or anger or something intense, right? Something blasted is going to make, and then that's where that seven of swords, the Lord of unstable effort. It's something that, it's weird, because you have this aha moment or this epiphany. And it's like all of a sudden, because I feel like this seed grew and grew to here, then you met this person, and then it grew a little, and then it grew, and then they're all jaggedy and uneven. But when you have this aha moment, this epiphany of how they're all connected, by going back to your past, it straightens it. It like puts everything on the same field, and then it's like I just see this, like the sun come in and like do this mass clearing of healing. It just burns it all away. And it's just something within your soul that is gone. It's like you've always carried this heavy burden, and all of a sudden it's just gone. And it's going to feel uncomfortable, because that heaviness, it's almost like a cup. You're a cup, you're a vessel. You've always had this heaviness in you, and that made you feel full. And then now that heaviness is gone and you're that lightness, it's like you feel empty, but you didn't realize that that's how light you're supposed to feel. That's how carefree and fancy foot and carefree I'm hearing. And so with that, it's almost like, well, what did I lose? What am I forgetting? What did I do wrong? And that's the hard part, is to realize nothing, that you're exactly perfect and whole and content. And so they're showing me someone who's back in their power, but they've just been so disempowered and heavy for so long that this feminine energy, they're just saying it's time for you to open back up. That's that uncomfortable feeling, because that opening up is outside of yourself, kind of, and receive. It's safe for you to receive this time. You're worthy, you deserve it. You're meant to feel safe, seen, stable, and all those things in between. You're worthy of this 10 of Pentacles. And so there's new love that's coming in. It says a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Again, I was like, is this a romantic outside, or is it a within thing? Well, it will always start within first and then manifest into the outside. I'm getting mad chills right now. And that new love is like you having a new love on life. And life's going to be exciting. And then you're just going to find that you just get along with people so much easier, and that lighter hearted people seem to be drawn to you rather than those who always have the drama. And because you used to be so heavy, you were kind of drawn magnetically to those other heavy people, but it doesn't match up anymore. And so when they're going to come, it's just going to exhaust you so quickly that you won't have time for them anymore, and they won't be able to feed off your source or supply of your energetic love. That wasn't love, but they loved it. So Spirit, is there anything that we can wrap up on? I feel like this is the end of the story. And they say pull 3 of these and then we're done. They're really showing me the root chakra. We've got attraction, and it says you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. It says this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. And the third one is retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. And this one kind of wanted to be in reverse, but I didn't let it be in reverse. And I think that that's what they showed me, is like you're going to catch yourself wanting to go back to old patterns, to go back to isolation, back to those things, because the reading I did before this was all about coming out of hermit mode. But it's time to get out of hermit mode and catch yourself. I think you've been burned, you've been hurt so many times that you were open and now you're not an open person. But the funny thing is you weren't open then because you attracted, how do I say this? You got exactly what you wanted. It's almost like, let's say you were trying to manifest a relationship, but you were actually kind of scared to be open and authentic with someone. Well, you're going to attract someone who doesn't quite reach that bar, so that you don't have to be open and authentic fully. It's just someone who meets you at your belief system. But there's still that sun coming back. There's those levels and that epiphany. It's going to ripple through lifetimes. Like, I understand why everything happened. It's an aha clearing moment. And in that clearing moment, again, it's uncomfortable. You don't feel worthy of it. You feel like something's missing, but that's the new you. And so, as this said, new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Well, that new person is you having this rebirth moment of feeling safe and open and light. Like, I haven't been this light in a long time. I've been very heavy. I've had a heavy heart, but the heart heals. And I think it's so funny because when you're on your healing journey, you just think you have to keep healing and healing and healing. And then one day, there's really not much for you to do anymore other than enjoy life. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So it's saying, where's that inner child one? Children. Your love life is being affected by children. That's you. Like, I feel like the lightness of your heart, you finally get to embrace the inner child. You get to laugh and play and have fun. And it's just been a while, because if you've been going through something serious and you've been so heavy, you're probably not laughing and playing. You're focused on, when am I going to make the bills pay next, and how am I going to accomplish whatever you're trying to accomplish. But you can still accomplish all that, right? We've got these achievements. You can accomplish it, but you don't have to be so serious. You can have fun. You can enjoy the journey, because there's this 10 of Pentacles coming, and that was the Lord of Wealth. No mud, no lotus. All plates are spinning. And that's what I'm seeing, is like there's just so many areas of life, and like I'm seeing like a circus and those spinning plates. And if one crashes, oh well, you got 9 more. 9 of Pentacles is a great card as well. But don't try to hold on to it so much, right? It's saying like let go of these control issues, because the more and more you don't trust your intuition, that divine feminine power within, all the plates are going to fall. And then that will be the bummer. It's saying you've already met the romantic partner you seek, and that's within you. It's that inner child that brings the more fun and joy to life. It's that happy and whole feeling. It's that feminine energy within you that is open to receiving and knowing your worth and not receiving breadcrumbs. And it's for that masculine energy to not be so controlling or domineering. It's all a fine balance. All the plates are spinning. And it's weird because you will need to step between the two, but I'm not saying to shut one down. I'm saying to embrace both of them. And when you do that, that's that mind in the heart. That's that spinning. That's the thing that's going to keep everything going up in the air. I feel like I just want one more card. I know they said that was the end of it, but one more card about these plates spinning. We got the moon in reverse. We got ruler of flux and reflux. So we had the sun and the moon, the feminine and the masculine. And on here we have Osiris and the scarab. Is that the word that was trying to come through? No, I can't remember the word that was coming through. Sheshop. But anyways, it's just saying to embrace the sacredness of you. You deserve. And it's like, when did you stop thinking you didn't deserve? That's where in the timeline, back in the relationships timeline of past relationships, and find out how you grew from that. And then we got to nip it in the bud so that it can grow and receive. I heard it's gonna rain, and when it rains, it pours. And so that pouring could be sadness and heaviness, but you can dance in the rain, you can learn to have fun, and April showers bring May flowers. And so that's what I see here is no mud, no lotus, all these flowers. The whole thing with the no mud, no lotus is it grows in the murkiest, darkest waters, right? That seed is in the mud, it's in darkness. And one day it just has this inkling to reach for the light. And so it grows up through it. It doesn't know what's up there, it just naturally grows. And then one day the flower breaks the surface and blooms. So we'll leave it there. Have a good day, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.